fucking train wreck. Hi, my name is Luke Osmond, I'm the Lukewarm Mess, and if you don't know, I live in Japan. If you're new here, hi. If you're not new here, I've said that probably 17,000 times. And today I'm doing a video where I'm going to try and not talk entirely with my left hand off screen, even though this is my right hand. We're going to be doing a video using a Japanese natural makeup look. Basically, makeup in Japan is much more conservative than it would be in Australia, America, or most Western cultures. So I wanted to try my hand at doing it. I've honestly never really done it myself, but I've seen a lot of it on television, a lot of it from marketing campaigns, and everything amazing. Basically, the idea of Japanese natural makeup is like to look innocent and friendly, as opposed to the Western idea, which is kind of like more trying to think of a conservative, nice way to say this. Risque style, or more bold. How about that? Bold. It's not bold. But so I want to have a go at doing that, because obviously if you've ever seen any of my videos, I'm garishly dressed usually on my face. I guess makeup is dressed for your face. But let's get straight into it. The first thing that we need to do today is I'm going to be popping in contact lenses. Contact lenses are very popular here in Japan for adding a little bit of extra colour. So I'm going to be adding in the Iconfray, I think that's how you pronounce it, the One Day UV Rich Make. And these are brown. So I'll be right back, and I'm going to have different looking eyes. Okay, I'm back. Did you miss me? Long story short, basically, I'm going to do my eyes first. So, starting with our eyes, we're actually going to be putting down a base, an eye base by Can Make Tokyo. This is the Lasting Multi-Eye Base WP. It is a very small bottle, and this is the standard size. Basically, you just put a small amount of it on, and it is just going to be like a primer for your eyes. I never know how much to put down of this, so let's see what happens. I've got dry skin around my eyes, damn it. Done. God, that's... yep. Alright, now, for our eyeshadows today, in Japan, like, the idea of a quad, like this or this, would be, like, ideal, because it's super easy for women to do their makeup on trains, on their way to work, which happens so much, even though the traffic is crazy. Like, you will literally see a woman, like, holding onto the top of it, being like, this is why I live here. So, I've got two little eyeshadow palettes here. One is by Media, and there's this Blue Story. The other one is by Visay, and it's just like kind of more sultry one. Because I have to challenge myself today to do natural looking makeup, I'm probably going to have to say I can't do the blue successfully. So, I'm actually going to use this. Okay, so we're going to use this one. So there are no natural mattes in this shade, but there's four nice colours here. I'm going to start with a thick brush. Oh, I should have had my brushes out early, Luke. Oh, fuck. This is supposed to be natural. I was just about to be like, coat it all over your eye. No, actually, it's Japanese makeup, which means minimalistic. Less is best, I was going to say. So, we're going to take not that colour, because in Japan we start differently. We're going to take a smaller brush like this, and we're actually going to take this kind of like gold colour here, and we're going to lightly apply it kind of across the outer area of our eye, and just kind of like swipe it across like this, go up into your crease, and then just kind of like fan it across the middle. If it looks sheer, just put on a little bit of more stuff, but again, we are going for natural today. We are not going for Luke's Hoochie Mamaville 2016. Okay, so now that we've got our gold on, we are going to use a smaller brush, like so, a thickums brush, and we're going to actually use this dark colour. Oh, do we want the red moment? No, we're not, sadly, because we're doing natural. So we're going to just use this brown colour here, pat it off, and then we're going to be doing this into kind of the outer corner of our eye and blend it up just a little tiny bit into the top of your crease. Kind of like pat it on like so, and then kind of swipe downwards like this. A big key with Japanese makeup is that obviously nothing is ever garish, but also like with eyeliner, which we'll get to soon, it doesn't wing up. A lot of makeup goes down because it makes you look more friendly or more like approachable, I guess, because it all comes from the idea of the anime eyes, which usually the happy characters will have like the big circular eyes, as opposed to the villainous characters, which will have like the more like angular eyes. Okay, so now that we've got that down, we're going to use a kind of like a thin, thick brush like this, and we're going to use this much lighter shade here. It's like this beautiful creamy white color, and we're going to build it up on our brush, and we're going to put it into the inner corner and blend it into that gold. What do you think? I actually quite like that. Okay, so now that we've got our simple eyes done, I really want to take that gold in a little bit more, because I feel like I'm going to take the gold just a little bit more in to the center, just because I feel like the white is a little bit too white, and I feel like it's going to cross the line into being not quite natural enough for the purpose of this video, and I don't want to ever actually just do like, I don't want to lie to my people. Okay, so now we've got our eyeshadow done. It pains me to say that that is done. We are going to now use, we're going to use the eyeliner. So our eyeliner today is by S Bleu. It's literally from Daiso. It is a 100 yen eyeliner, and I love it because it's got like a felt tip marker type pen, and it's so richly pigmented. Now with this, again, the eyeliner, the goal, as I said before, is not to wing up and out. It is just to make a thin line that goes in from the center of your eye all the way out, over and down, and it actually kind of droops down a little bit. So let's see how badly I can mess this up. Okay, this mirror has to come closer because she needs help. Okay, now we've got this, and we're going to try to kind of drag it down. I don't know if I don't think I should be winging this down. But we do have this kind of thing here, if you can see it. Now we're going to do the same to the other eye. Now I'm going to use my Shu Uemura medieval torturing device, and we're going to curl our lashes, and we're going to then use the our mascara, and it's called the Kate Black Feather Lash Mascara. I forgot that I had this, and I've been kind of going back in on Kate products. I did a video with them quite a while ago, and I kind of didn't use a lot of the stuff again afterwards, and I've been trying to revisit products that I've already had, and I really, really like this mascara. It's quite feathery, but also not super dramatic, so I can still say that this is a natural mascara. Okay, so now we are just putting a little bit of this white eyeliner in our under waterline area, and the best way to do it is kind of just to peel your eye down and dab it on, and just pray you don't get it in your eye. Oh, my eyes are all watery from that. So we're going to let that settle on and get my face kind of like adjusted to that, because, oh god, my eyes are sensitive. But we're going to put on a tiny little bit of mascara onto the bottom lashes, but that will be done after we actually do our face. It'll kind of be like one of the last steps we do for the sake of my own sanity. So we're actually going to move straight into our foundation now. Now for our foundation today, we are going to be using the Magic Cushion by Misha Cosmetics. This is in the number 23, I guess. And it's one of those cushion, don't look at how dirty it is, I'm sorry. It's one of the cushion foundations, and this is one of the highest selling ones in the country. I didn't expect to like this when I first bought it, but I actually really like it. It kind of goes on super easily, and it builds up to be a really nice coverage on your skin. You just take the, sorry, checking that it was filming. You just take the compact with 2 fingers like this, and you just pat it onto your skin like so. Now, in Japan, we do also have a lot of base products like Perfect Base UV, or especially there's one by a company called Primavesta, I think, and it's super popular. They're about 3,000 yen though, or about $40. So like, I found myself not really using them because a lot of them do tend to have color correcting qualities in it that don't really work with my skin tone. And even though this is supposed to be a Japanese natural skincare like review thing, I can't bring myself to actually be wasting money on things like that. Okay, so we are back with our foundation cushion magic thing finished. I quite like it. Now, because we are doing like cream liquid products all at the same time, we're going to now use our contour. And for contour today, we're using the Cezanne shading stick, and this is their contour stick. I quite like it, but it's very oily and you get not much product in it, and it is a little bit hard to kind of make work. So it's also very natural in color, but also contouring in Japan is not really something that is quite so much done. So it's really just to kind of like mostly help with the cheek areas and then also your nose. Let's see how we can do this. Blend it in using a beauty blender, just to make all the edges and the foundation with the cream contour work together nicely. It is very subtle, and we look subtly snatched. Now for our highlight, not really highlight, our concealer today, I actually don't have a Japanese concealer, so I'm actually going to be using the Etude Play Stick 101. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer under our eyes, not very much because this is again not the whole dramatic thing. And then we're just going to put a little bit on our nose just to make it thinner. And that's all we're going to do. Yep. Okay, so we're back. We just blended in our concealer. And now we're going to start making our face look even more happy. We're going to use a cream blush today by Shu Uemura. It is the Mario Collection blush. It is, what shade is this one? Dreamy Mauve, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cushion blush like this. It's like a soft pink, and we're going to just take that onto our fingers, and we're just going to take this blush, and we're actually going to be putting it much higher, closer to our eyes. I'll explain in a second. And this is going to be, we bring it in towards our nose, and we're actually just going to be doing like under our eyes like so. Blend it out, and it's going to be on top of our cheeks. If you take it in underneath where your like concealer was, that's totally okay. But you don't want to take it out too far. You don't want to like make it actually become anything else, because the main goal of this is to actually make us look more like humble and also blushed, rosy cheeks like so. Now we're going to set our face with a powder. I need to do that because my face is quite oily, and also it is summer here in Japan and we need to do that. We're going to use my favorite Japanese powder. It is the Uogari Supin powder. Oh, roses. And we're just going to apply a small amount of this onto our face, just so that we don't go too oily. We just want to mattify everything, including our... Oh, but we do not want to put this over our blush. We're going to be putting something else over our blush very quickly. powder blush. This is by Can Make Cosmetics. It's the Glow Fleur, and it's actually my favorite powder blush in probably the world that I've found. It's a beautiful pink, and you kind of like take the little brush that they've given you, and it brings this nice pink rosiness to it. Now I picked up probably too much product, so we're going to just pat it over where we put that cream blush on our cheeks, and we're going to kind of highlight that. We can actually make it a little bit more subtle by just putting a little bit of the Supin powder over the top. It kind of subdues it down, brings it back to earth. Kind of like so. Cool! I like this. This is looking fun. Now that we've done this area of our face, I'm actually going to go back and do the lower lash line with our Kate mascara. But do not do much with it. Just make it really quite subtle. It's just kind of put some color into it, so it makes the white mascara, the white eyeliner under our eyes kind of like less noticeable. Okay, so we are finished with our mascara. Now we're going to go and use our eyebrows. We're going to use our eyebrows. And we're going to be using the Kate 3D Lasting Eyebrow Kit. Now, this is a really nice idea for a product. On one end there is a stick product, on the other is a cushion that you can fill it in with. So we're going to first kind of define our eyebrows with this. Now once you've defined your eyebrows with this, you can go in with the cushion part of the product and just fill them in. And then once you've done that, there's an extra thing which is the 3D eyebrow color, and it's basically a lighter tone that you can then, thank God it's still filming, the camera has been a real pain today, and just kind of brush over it to give that effect of real lashes. Lashes, eyebrows, hairs. Stop it, Luke. Seamlessness. Okay, so now let's go use our highlighter. Japan doesn't really have highlighters, which is just, that's fine. We're gonna just leave it at that. But I do have this one highlighter that I found in Muji. Muji is like the Japanese IKEA. And it's not necessarily glistening or any type of like glowiness, but with a highlighter we do just kind of put it over under our eye area, and it is just to kind of like make our eyes and cheeks look more puffy, I guess. I'm gonna assume it's because it wants to be looking friendly. So we're going to take a fluffy brush, kind of like this one, and we're going to just pat it across, and we're just going to like pat it in under our eyes. I don't know how much highlighting effect is happening here, but it looks soft. I want to put a little bit on my nose, but we don't do that here. Alright, that's pretty okay. Now for our lips, which is our last step today, we're going to use the Shu Uemura X Mario collection, and this is in the Rouge Unlimited Sheer Shine Lipstick, and it is in the color called Saved Peach. Don't know why I kissed that. It's this beautiful pink color. And to put it on our lips. Missed my lip entirely. Okay, I think we're finished. Are we finished? Let me look at myself. And we are finished with our natural Japanese makeup look. What do you think? I actually really quite like this. I think that the blush makes it look so playful and fun. I think the eye look is totally different to anything that I've kind of played with or done before. I think the idea behind it, that this makeup is inspired by anime characters of being happy and joyful and innocent and kind, versus like the more Western angular eyes in animes, I think that's really cool. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see any other videos more like this, let me know. And stay tuned for my vanity film. I knew that was a mistake when I did it.